Hey everybody, my name is Rick Robinson, and today we are going to be sharing some of our most secret, very, very top secret.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Zillow strategies that we use. The majority of agents are converting about 2% of their Zillow leads. Ours is generally anywhere between 5 and 9. We're way, way above what everybody else is doing. We have a totally top secret that we're going to share with you guys today. That is what we're talking about on The Hustle. Stay tuned.
Top secret.
Very top secret.
This is The Real Estate Hustle, a podcast about everything to grow and improve your real estate career. Broadcasting on Facebook Live. Here are your hosts, Rick Robinson and Travis Green.
Hey, Real Estate Hustlers. Welcome to episode 29 of The Real Estate Hustle. If you guys are listening on the podcast app or Stitcher, iTunes, any of those places, please make sure to give us a 5-star review and hit the subscribe button also on YouTube. And welcome to all of our people watching on Facebook Live. We've got a few people showing up. Yeah. So hello to all of you guys. And big shout out to all of our people in, where was it today?
Astoria, New York.
Yeah,
I hope you said that right.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. That's great.
Someplace like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys for
Very
watching. Cool. We're broadcasting live today from our studio in Rexburg, Idaho. Yep. Next to Travis Green. How's Travis today?
We're good. Spring's finally upon us. We're good. Things are going on out there that we're excited about. A lot of things moving, a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers. We're making a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
But I had an interesting experience today.
Let's tell this story.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So
I'm a big Garth Brooks fan, and one of these days we'll bust out a tune for you. But one of the songs Garth Brooks is well known for is called "Against the Grain," and that describes Rick and I. We are against the grain. We are not malicious, mean, going after the throat type stuff. We are simply going against the grain. We go a different direction. Things that have been done the last 25, 30 years in real estate, we're shaking that up a bit.
Yes,
and what we're finding as we are getting way outside the box, being innovative, being creative, doing all the things that we're doing, we're finding that there's kind of a perception out there that we're ruthless buggers. Right? I mean, that we're just not...
Apparently so.
I don't know.
Apparently so.
And so I was showing a home this morning to a really sweet buyer, a neat lady, and she was talking about different real estate agents and her experiences that she had with these agents. And I said, tell me about it. I'd love to know what's happening out there and what your experiences have been. And she went down the list of the different people that she's worked with and some of the situations that she was in, how they handled it, whatever. And I said, great, thank you. That's real good information, which I would encourage you to do the same. When you're with your buyers and you've known they've already met with other real estate agents, find out what they're doing.
Them. Yes.
Yeah, do your homework.
Study your competition.
Nothing wrong with it. So I said, I'm an open book. Please be straight with me. What are those people saying about us? And she says, you guys are the enemy. I said, what? Why are we the enemy? She says, you're outside the box. You're doing everything different than anybody else. You're doing your podcast. You've got more reviews, more homes sold on Zillow than anybody else. Your rankings are high. You're taking the majority of the market share, and people think you are the Black Bandits. I thought, really? So let me understand. We're doing a really good job. We're being honest and upfront. We're being helpful. We're getting hundreds and families a year through the finish line to buying their new homes. They're happy with us. We have more reviews than anybody, more homes sold, and that's a bad thing. It's interesting how perspective changes reality. And I just thought that was quite interesting what people were saying about us. And when I say people, mainly real estate agents, because they don't like what we're doing.
Nope.
And we love our fellow real estate agents that are out there that we work with. There's no problem with them. We love them all, but we're not going to stay in the stables and doing what they're doing. We're not going to be following the herd of sheep, if you will.
Those are both really good Idaho terms.
Yeah, well, here we are. Right. So it was just real interesting to me that here we are shaking things up, doing things different, getting with the times, offering true value, doing these different things that is perceived as being bad. It's not. Get to know us. You'll know what we are all about. We are real guys, the best two-man team in the market. We have more going on than anybody else. We love what we do. We love you, our clients, and our fellow real estate agents. Get to know us. If you have a question, come to us. Get to know the root of the matter. But it's interesting to me what I was being told. It's just interesting to me.
And I just had a thought come to my mind is when anybody new comes in, because we're actually a relatively new real estate company, but we've come in and taken the market by storm really quickly. But it's interesting because if you think of any company that comes in and just shakes things up, okay, let's take Zillow, for example.
Hey.
Okay, Zillow's actually, I mean, not that we really like them, but we don't like them because they're shaking things up and they're changing our industry. But we need to be open-minded. And I think it's the same struggle. And so we came into the market, we shook things up, we started doing things different, we put a different spin on real estate, and they don't like us because of that. It's the same reason why we kind of get frustrated with Zillow, because they keep trying to change things. And it's just kind of an interesting perspective that those who come in and shake up a market expect people not to like you. Or to use, or to just, use the success that you're having against you somehow.
That's right.
So it's just interesting because we do it too, I guess.
If it's not them being successful, then it's bad.
Right. Exactly.
And that's the thing. That's the trap that
if
people.
They didn't think of it.
If they weren't, go ahead. I know you're going.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where?
The movie in the park?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, you read my mind.
I did.
Okay. All right. Another quick story. Then we're going to jump into our secrets, guys, because that's what we're actually supposed to talk about today. But this is an interesting story. So I got to be careful what I say. I won't use names. Anyway, I had this idea when when it was both you and I?
Yeah.
Were we together
yet?
yet?
Just new.
Yeah. We were at our old brokerage, though.
Old brokerage, we just started working together.
We were at our old brokerage. Travis and I just started working together. Exactly what he just said. I just repeated it for no known reason.
Love it.
So we had this idea. Hey, let's do this community event. Let's go buy this massive inflatable screen. Let's go partner with some different companies and let's do this big community event. Let's go have this really awesome movie in the park. And so anyway, I contacted the city and said, hey, cool, this is what we want to do. This is the movie we're going to show. We already had the licensing from we're doing it all legit. Like, we weren't going to just, do something shady. So I got a response back from the city and said, your activity is not approved. I said, what do you mean it's not approved?
It's a movie in the park.
It's a movie in the park for the community. We're not charging anything, and we're not going to trash the park. We'll clean it up. We'll make everybody stay with brooms and rakes or whatever, to make it happen. And so then I got this email back saying the city council did not approve your event. And I said, well, then I want to talk to the city council because this is ridiculous. So anyway, there's a real estate agent in our area who's on the city council, and I kind of had an idea of who was objecting it. And so I said, okay, I want to meet. And so they called a meeting, and it was me, it was the mayor, and it was about half of the city council. And we met in a conference room at the city offices, which I thought to me, I'm like, this is way overboard for just trying to show a movie in a park.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
So anyway, so I went there, walked into the office, and they showed me into the conference room, and this other agent, who was the city council person, walked in before everybody else, because I got there like 15 minutes early, and this person walked in, closed the door, sat down across the table from me, and said, I'm the one who opposed it. And I said, yeah, I kind of figured it was you.
Right.
And this person then said, I don't want to see my competition doing something that I'm not doing, so I'm going to do everything I can to not see this happen. So I'm just like, okay, well, good to see you too.
I'm sure she said it with love.
Oh yeah, with tons of love.
Lots of love.
So anyway, then the mayor came in, the city council came in, Parks and Rec came in, everybody came in, and they all just thought I had this nice presentation for them, which was way overboard for a movie in a park. But anyway, I gave them all the presentation. I talked about what we're going to do, what our efforts were to clean it up, and this, that, and the other. And everybody's like, yeah, it's awesome. This is great, cool. And so we did it. It was great. But the one person who saw that we were doing something different and who didn't like it was throwing a fit.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't wrong. It wasn't messy.
We had a fantastic turnout. The community loved it.
Wasn't the movie a Disney?
It was Annie.
Annie.
Yeah, it was
right.
the movie Annie, the new movie Annie.
It was just the perception of it's not me.
Yeah,
and if it's not me, it must be wrong. Or you're doing something better than I am. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Silly.
Just be careful of that. That new or different doesn't mean bad.
Yeah.
It just means let's get with the times. Let's work together. So I learned a lot today. I thought it was quite interesting. Very good experience. And just thought I'd share that with everybody that, it's important to just know what's being said about you so you know what's going on. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong.
Right.
But, hey, just be aware of it and act accordingly.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now that we're 10 minutes into the podcast, let's talk about our secret Zillow strategy. Yes. That is, last time we talked to our Zillow rep, which we don't talk to him very often because I just don't like to. But anyway, he's like, how are you guys doing this? How are you guys converting so many people? Like, you guys are killing it compared to most real estate agents.
Yeah.
I thought that that the average was about 5%. We were converting about 9%, but I actually learned today that the average agent converts 2%.
Wow.
2% of the Zillow leads. So for every 100 leads you get on Zillow, only plan on closing 2. That's not very high.
That isn't very high.
And you figure how many agents are paying, well
Tons
over
of
$1,000 into
Yeah.
Zillow every single month.
Yeah.
They need to be converting more leads, or else it's just a kind of a break-even scenario, and that's called working for free.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. And that's what we're here to do today, is share with you the tools that we use to convert 9% versus the 2.
Yep, versus the 2.
It's
So
just
we're
amazing.
way above the industry average.
Yeah.
Guys, an awesome quote. If you want to achieve success, all you have to do is find a way to model those that have already succeeded. That's a quote from Tony Robbins. Don't try and reinvent the wheel, guys. We a little bit about Travis and I is we learn a lot from outside the industry, and we're going to be talking a lot about this in a webinar that we have coming up in about a week. We don't train within the industry. Okay, we don't seek after people within the industry to learn from them. We go outside the industry.
We don't want to learn what's already being done.
Exactly.
That's called insanity, right? That whole doing it the same way
Expecting
over
a
and
different
over.
result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we aren't doing that.
Yeah, but a lot of other people are capitalizing on that and making a ton of money because they're selling these big seminars with bright, fancy lights and loud music and teaching the exact same things that they've been teaching for 20 years. So anyway, we train with people and have spent tons of money outside the industry with expert marketers, with people who are able to create followings and movements. And on our webinar that we have coming up, we're going to go through the list of everybody that we've actually trained with and have spent tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars with. We're probably up
A lot of tens.
Yeah,
A lot of
I bet
tens.
we're close to $100,000 and people that we paid outside the industry to give us a different spin on real estate, because we don't want to do what everybody else is doing. They all can do that, okay, and that's fine. But anyway, so we've taken what it's done is it's given us a very different approach to our marketing, and we've adapted that to our Zillow leads, which has created a much higher conversion rate that no other agents are doing because they're all stuck in the traditional ways of doing real estate. Let's talk about that.
Well, traditional ways of real estate, I've said this before. What's the difference between a rut and a grave? Just the dimensions.
That's
You're
right.
stuck. You're not going anywhere. So when new leads come in, when you get that Zillow lead, whether it be on your text message, on your phone, on your email, whatever, you have got to be proactive instantly. If you don't pick it up and respond, they're going down the list. So when that new lead comes in, you have to respond within no more than 5 minutes. Whatever
Max.
you're doing, send a response, send an email, voice to text, whatever you got to do to get back in front of those people, or just pick up that phone. Get it done. You got to do that. Respond within 5 minutes or less. There's this 10-day indoctrination.
Real quick, that's where
Yeah.
most agents stop.
They do.
They
True.
call,
Good point.
and then they don't do much after that. This next part is what sets us apart.
Okay, good point. So once that lead comes in and you respond within the first 5 minutes, you begin a 10-day indoctrination period that is so critical. Day number 1, you're going to call, email, and text that person. You're going to hit them in all 3 mediums, and you're going to make sure that you hit them very consistently. Day number 2 is a call, email, and a text. Video. How powerful is video? What are we doing?
Guys, we use video so much in our real estate business.
Mm-hmm.
And what we found is that using video, so we do like video texts. Like on day 2, we need to send a video text to these clients, and also on day 1. The open rate of video emails is much higher than just a normal email. And then also same as the video text. One big thing to remember, guys, is about 98% of text messages are opened. Compared to it's like 30 or 50 something percent of emails.
More than email, right?
Way more,
Yeah.
almost double. Probably more than double of what email is. So text, and taking it to the next level is video text, which is huge. And if you guys aren't doing it, you need to be.
Video is very powerful, as Rick was saying. You get color, motion, emotion. You get to see who you're working with. There's a lot of powerful influence that comes from that video. So you're going to call, email, text, video day number 1 and 2. You're going to email and then text on day number 3. Day number 4, you're going to call and email again, and we can step you through all this stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's this process that you go through for 10 days, and what it does is it really keeps you at the top of mind for them. When they think, hey, I just clicked on this home, I'm interested in it, I want to find out, you're going to keep after them until they either get their wallet out or they say unsubscribe and you stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you need to stop.
Yeah, yeah, because for 10 days solid, we're in heavy communication with them, and if we don't if we don't get a response by those 10 days, then we just put them on a long-term drip, and we keep dripping them until they either call us back or unsubscribe, which is fine. Those who unsubscribe, they probably weren't serious buyers anyway.
So we teach this. We have a plan and a system put down that through text and video text and emails, and when to do it, how often to do it, when to back off, let them think, where are these guys at, get back on it again. There's a system and a methodology behind this that works very, very well. So this is very, very important for you to do, and timeliness is everything with this.
Yeah, it is. So during these 10 days of indoctrination is what we call it, there's a certain goal that you're trying to achieve within the 10 days after the Zillow lead comes in. We call it the 10-day indoctrination because we're trying to indoctrinate them with our culture.
That's right.
We want them to subscribe to what we believe, get them on our social media pages. So there's kind of a list of things in these 10 days that we have to achieve. One of them is we have to do a video intro of ourselves. Okay, that could be video text and video email. We actually send it to both, so we make sure that they see it. Get on, and it's something simple. Ours is really simple, guys. It's just, I think it's me, and it's very casual. It's like me with like a bunch of crap in the background, like not even, I'm just like in a t-shirt and just with our Team Green logo, of course. But it needs to not look very planned. So it's just me, like, hey, my name is Rick Robinson, Team Green. Thank you so much for reaching out to us on Zillow. We're really excited to work with you guys. We're going to work hard for you. Please know that myself or Travis, pull your phone out because we're going to be calling you any minute. So please expect our phone call, and know also that we have access to everything that's out there on the market. We want to help you guys find a home. We look forward to talking to you guys here in just a few minutes.
Just like that.
Just like that. That's our first video that goes out to people. And then I think in the last, let's see, last July is when we started adopting our 10-day indoctrination period. And the video or the watch rate of that video has been astronomical. In fact, Bob from our office, who we always talk about, him and I were just looking at the stats of that the other day, and it's crazy. So you need to do a video introduction, and then you also need to start teaching them, or not teaching them, but letting them know why you're in real estate, who you are, why you're in real estate, and what your creed is, and what you're all about. Why is that important? Yeah.
What separates you from anybody else? Why are you in it? What's your story? What do you have to offer? What's your value proposition? How can you take them from start to finish and get them across the finish line safely and successfully versus the other guy? This is what I talked about with this buyer today, and why she had worked with so many agents, because she was finding the right one who could get the job done in the way she wanted to. Anyway, very important.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and what would you say what's the importance of people subscribing to their culture?
The culture is very, very important. You have to feel comfortable that you're a part of something, that you belong. And as the clients, feel indoctrinated to you, as they feel that they're part of your culture, they're going to stick with you. They don't have to look anywhere else. There's no reason why they should. When they feel a part of something, that they're a member, that they belong.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yeah. And you think of any big brand. In fact, in our Monday morning meeting, we talked about this, and we asked all of our agents, what's one brand that you're passionate about? What are some of the ones that we heard?
Coke versus Pepsi.
Yeah, Coke and Pepsi. Yeah, Coke versus Pepsi. And one of our agents was super into. He's like, Diet Coke, man. I gotta have my Diet Coke every day. And we kind of dug deep into that. Well, why? Why do you have to have your Diet Coke every day? Oh, it makes me feel good. Okay, how'd you get introduced to Diet Coke?
Because Diet Pepsi wasn't available.
Yeah, that's right.
He went to get his favorite Diet Pepsi. It wasn't available, so he had to take Coke at the restaurant or whatever he was at. Ended up liking it more.
Yeah, he experienced something better.
Remember something. Every time you come in contact with a client, that experience has to be better than their previous one, wherever they were. If they go to the gas station and the kid at the gas pump pumps their gas, and it makes it an enjoyable experience, and then they come to your real estate office and it's not as good as the gas guy, you lost. You failed. It's got to be good.
And that's so interesting, because I think of your gas experience. There's a certain gas station Travis and I always used to go to. Because they come out, they wash your windshield, they have a good car wash, they let you use their towels, they let you do this, that, and the other. What happened after that?
They stopped letting me use their towels. It got sold.
Yeah.
So our favorite car wash, our gas station that we go to, it got sold to someone, and they did not adhere to the same high standard that was there. Mm-hmm. I went and grabbed a towel, started wiping my car down, and I got an earful about how those towels
chewed out by like a teenager.
A teenager, yeah. He's saying, hey, we have these for sale inside if you really want them, but these are for the car wash only, and you can't use them. And I thought, you know what? That's the first I've heard of that, and thanks and see ya. Yeah. It wasn't a good experience. In fact, it was a horrible experience, and it was terrible because of what I had been used to was awesome. Mm-hmm. And so, yes, every experience that client has up to the time that they meet you and after, you've got to be the winning. If someone is going after Pepsi and gets a hold of Coke and they like it better, if they wander back off to Pepsi, you got to get them back. You've got to be so good that they come running back to you. So anyway, it's critical.
Yeah, definitely.
Very critical.
So we're doing a video introduction of yourself in these first 10 days, why you're different, what your creed is, and then also a big point that you need to express to them is what are the expectations of them working with you?
Good point.
What are some things that we generally put in that section?
In setting the expectation, there's a lot that goes into that, but you have to set the stage with if you're working with the buyer, the 7 out of 10 rule is the big one that we teach. Yeah. As you're looking for homes, even if you build your own home, it's going to be hard to find the exact perfect one. With an existing home, it's even going to be harder. So what we're looking for is not the perfect home. We're looking for the 7 out of 10 rule, which is if you can find 7 out of 10 things in a home that you like, we're doing really well. Mm-hmm. You may get the 3-car garage, but not the granite countertops. Well, we can buy granite countertops. You can't add a 3-car garage. Right. We're going to just pick 7 out of 10 things we like, and we're going to move forward. So very critical to set the stage with your clients. If you're selling, all right, let's understand what the selling process is like. Let's understand what the market's doing. You're high on your price, so you understand it. If at the first 10 days we don't get calls or showings, we're going to talk, you and I, right? Yeah. And you start setting the stage for what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also, I always like to tell people too, like, guys, we're not here to just show you homes. Our job as real estate agents is to find you a home. We're not just going to go out and look and have fun. Like, that's not, like, we've got better things to do than that.
That's true.
Because there's some people who drag you on for a year because they're not really all that interested in buying a home. Well, guess what? You're going to be a lot more productive showing homes to the people that are actually ready to buy. Mm-hmm. And maybe just referring out the rest. So, that's right. So we set that expectation like, guys, we're going to find you a home. That is our job. That's why you contacted a real estate agent, is so we can help find you a home and not just go look at homes.
And you touch on a point there, too. One of the things that we teach is not to work with everybody. Right. Your personality type matches up better with other personality types than some of the others that are out there. And so if you know you're going to be spinning your wheels, they're not the right match for you, refer it out. Get rid of it. You love them, but refer it out, get a referral fee on it, and just deal with the ones that you can work the best with and be the most proficient with.
Yeah. And actually on that note, I was reading a book this morning and actually listening to it as I was driving about only working with the best clients, the best people. So it was this guy owned a company, was doing really successful, like multi-million-dollar company, and he was recounting the story of one morning when he woke up. It was about 11:27 a.m. and he still couldn't get just the energy to get out of bed because he was dreading going to work. And he sat there and was just pondering, I've got this multi-million-dollar company. I'm making a ton of money. Why do I hate going to work? And he ended up taking that day off and just kind of whiteboarding out some things. Okay, why do I hate going to the job that I created? He said, I wish there was a CEO that could come fire me from my own job because I hate it that much. And what he determined is because he was working with all the wrong people. Not the employees, but his customers were not his dream customers. They were miserable to work with. He was just taking anybody and everybody who had come through the door or had joined into his program and was just taking all of them because it's like money, 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 But once he realized how miserable these people were making him, he had to make a huge shift and say, okay, I am only going to take the people that are going to make me happy and that I'm going to work well with. All of a sudden, everything changed. So,
very powerful.
That's why we can't just go out and work with everybody, guys. It's okay to tell some people no or refer them out. If you know you're not going to work well with them, send them away.
Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah. So anyway, one other point, I guess we're running out of time here real quick, but during this 10-day indoctrination period after that Zillow lead comes in, we need to make them feel, and Travis just kind of touched on this as well, make them feel as if going with any other agent would be an absolute mistake and that they would not succeed in finding a home.
It's very important to make sure that they have that trust in you, that you are the expert, that you are the person that can take care of them. You can show them any home, anywhere, at any time, that they know that you are the one-stop person. They don't need to shop elsewhere. It's very important that they have that trust level with you. It just goes so far. It makes them breathe. It's very important.
Yeah. And then also, guys, part of this is you need to get them on your social media pages. Let them get to know you, who you are, what you're all about. If you guys aren't live streaming on your social media pages, you need to be. Travis and I actually just did a live stream right before this on our Team Green, all about that person who was like trash talking us. Yeah. So we brought that up and put it out there on the table. And but you guys need to be involved in your social media. Get people on those pages because they're going to connect with you. They're going to get to know you on a different level other than just let me sell your house or let me show you a house level. So get them to your social media pages and also your review pages. Why review pages? Why? I don't think a lot of people understand the value in review pages.
When I look for something on Amazon and it's a big ticket item, the last thing I'm going to do is pick the one with 0, 1, 5 reviews that was a 4-star or this or that. I'm going for the best, the most reviewed. I want to know what the experiences have been. I want to make a good decision. It's very, very important, and the same with you as a real estate agent. They have to be able to trust you. They have to know what to expect. So reviews are critical. You may be a great agent, but someone shopping on Zillow, looking at profiles from a long distance, moving to your area, may not choose you, the awesome agent, if you don't have a story to tell. If there's no reviews out there, super, super powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. And it's sad. Well, actually, it's great. It's the other agents don't see the value of it because it just lets us. I think we have like 70 more reviews than the next closest agent in our market, which is great.
It is great. It tells our story.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to help. We've learned a lot. We're going to continue to move forward. We are not ashamed of who we are. We're outside the box.
Yeah,
we're moving forward. We love it. We love you. We love our fellow agents and affiliates around us. We are simply doing things different, and we are excited about it. And we are here every week to share more and more with you to help you get outside the box and do things different so you can be just as loved as we are and make more money doing it.
Yep, absolutely. So guys, if you want to start converting 9% of your Zillow leads, not just the 2%, which is the average, when the lead comes in, call them within the first few minutes, okay? Less than 5 minutes. And then put them on a 10-day indoctrination period. Keep it short, keep it simple, involve video. We couldn't possibly outline everything that we do in this 10-day indoctrination period and all of the reasons behind what we do and the psychology behind it. It's very methodical what we do. We couldn't possibly do it in a 30-minute podcast, but it is included in part of our Underground Agent Domination Academy, which we have coming up. We're going to be doing
such a good program,
a live webinar about that where we actually hand you our systems. And we give them to you.
Everything we have scratched and dug for and spent tens of thousands and $100,000s of dollars for and put into place, picked out the best pieces and parts of it, put it back into a package and handed to you is what we're doing. It is a must-have.
Yeah. And I can't even begin to describe the value of... I wish when I was a new agent, or if you and I had met, that there was something out there like this for me, because we designed this program. We're calling it the Underground Agent Domination Academy, because what it's going to allow you to do is like go in and sneakily dominate your market without anybody seeing it coming, which is exactly what we did. But anyway, guys, man, if we would have had something like that.
So critical. So good.
It is going to be career changing.
So people ask us, well, if it's so great, why are you sharing it? Because we believe in it.
Yeah.
Because we know where we've been. We know where you're at. We know the frustration that you're going through. Why not share it? If we've got something so great that'll benefit you, hey, you're not our competition, okay?
Right.
You're outside.
We don't share this with our competitors.
No,
in our local
we
area.
are here to help you learn what we have learned through hard knocks, through very expensive and extensive research and testing. Why not help you get there? That is honestly our goal.
Yep, absolutely. Well, guys, we need to wrap this up. Again, take your Zillow leads to 9%, indoctrinate them, bring them into your culture, get them to know you before you even meet with them, set those expectations. We're going to be back next week at 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We do have a really awesome webinar coming up that we are working on finishing.
Don't miss this.
Oh,
Do not miss this.
Yeah, we're going to be sharing some 3 really critical secrets with you guys, and then also making a very special offer for you. But join us again next week, Wednesday, 3 p.m. right here in our studio on the Real Estate Hustle. Break's over.
Break's over. Get back to work. Tune in next time. You need to be here. We look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.